Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time today. What for anyone that is interested in connecting with you after hearing what you have to say, what's the easiest way to find you? Like Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. Instagram's at Desmond Pollock Official, and Facebook just under my name, Desmond Pollock. Though I do have an app that limits my social media intake and access to it. So I can always give you my good old email, which is Desmond at encorehomeoffer.com, ENCORE, homeoffer.com. Uh, that'll be the surefire way because I might be on a social media restriction if you try to message me, and I might not get back to you in a timely fashion.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. And so, fun fact, the way this office that I'm in, I bought the house. Desmond was who sold it to me. So I'm in.
Yeah.
I stay in contact with him. We might do a race together, the seller.
Oh, really? That's dope.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy. He was a really
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
guy.
I helped him get another house, like with the DTI, the second tier VA entitlement, all that stuff. So he's up in Pensacola or
Yeah.
wherever, Panhandle.
It's Pensacola. Yeah, yeah.
So we stay in contact.
That's
But
dope.
cool, man. So you just recently, I know we saw each other at the other pad split a couple weeks ago when we
Yep.
were touring, I think Jimmy's. Um,
Yep.
where is your new pad split at? Which city again?
Orlando.
Okay. Is it like
Orlando. Yeah.
northeast, southeast?
Actually, right outside of Maitland, area called Eatonville.
Okay.
32810 is the zip code. But people, I guess, know Maitland, sorry, a little bit better. And it's like right outside of Maitland.
Yeah. Okay. And then when you bought it, how many bed, bath, what were you at? What were you looking at? Square foot?
When I bought it, it was a 3-2 and it was around 1,800 square feet. Is that yeah, we ended up turning it, and there was this one room as well, because what had happened was the seller had did this like weird extension on it. So there was an actual another room,
Mhm.
but per PadSplit rules, it needs to have a second form of egress to the outside. And the way they put this extension on, they put the extension on the back of it on the outside. So it had no other way to get out. So technically, it was like this fourth room that unfortunately I still can't use. So right now, it's been turned into a 5 bedroom, but I still have this like miscellaneous room. And I was talking to a contractor about a couple of different ways or things that I could do. The big issue with that was you have to look at the cost versus the money that you'll make on it.
Yeah.
Like for me to like try to figure out how to get a sixth room in there, and I mean, in that market, it makes like 200 and some change a month. So let's even just say it's like $900 a month, something like that. It's like what the average door is in there. For the cost of what it would have just to redo the entire thing, you're probably looking at like $30,000, he was saying,
Oh,
and just
wow.
cost to make that room into somehow feasible because you'd have to do so many other different things, and it just didn't make sense to make was that $9,000 a year or something like that it was going to make
Yeah.
it versus just taking that money and then go and finding your next one and
Yeah.
actually have closed on that property since then.
Yeah. So I mean, it'd take years to pay for itself. That makes sense.
Yeah, versus I've already closed on another property sub two
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that same money, actually less than that money would have been.
Yeah. So when it's fully occupied, stabilized, all that, what is your expected net? Like after the pad split fees, utilities, like all of it. What are you expecting?
Expected net, so I haven't had a full month yet, of course, but expected net if I'm taking out like, any kind of like because there was some maintenance issues that I had to take care of on the front end that I won't have to take care of again.
Yeah.
But if I take those out, I don't know, my guess maybe 1,000, $1,500 a month, somewhere around there. Like
Yeah.
net.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's awesome because that's what I'm seeing too. Like interviewing different people like this, our own portfolio, um, like Pace saying what his pad splits are doing, the kind of across the board 1,500 net is like the unanimous benchmark.
Yeah, yeah. So somewhere in that range it'll be. And this one didn't cash flow as a long-term rental. So my only option for this one was a pad split, but the area and everything worked out really well to do it. And I got booked out super duper fast, like days.
So you bought it sub two. Remind me of the interest rate again.
The interest rate on it, because this guy bought it in 2022. So he did not have a light interest rate. His interest rate was I think it was like close to right around 6.
Okay. So still below market rent. Like if you got a DSCR, you're still beating
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. So I had been quoted for a DSCR bank statement only loan because I was looking to go that route as well. And they had quoted me like a 7.7 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then to convert it, let's see, to buy it and convert it, what was your and furnish it, what was your total cash to do all that?
Yeah, to buy it was about $8,000 in closing costs. That's also including a TC.
Mm,
Um, to finish it to make into that 5 bedrooms, that cost me $7,000. So I'm at
nice.
15,000 now, and I self furnished it. Not like I did a lot of it myself because my handyman, he had done a bunch of pad splits, so he's like, I can do it. But truthfully, I wanted to learn and understand the process first. That's just how I kind of operate. So I
Yeah.
ended up furnishing it, and furnishing in total cost me about $4,000 for everything. So under $20,000 cost me to get it up and running.
Yeah. And then for the 20K, did you use your own capital? Did you bring in a partner or how'd you source it?
I ended up using my own capital, kind of.
Mm,
One thing that I started becoming super proficient at is bank capital, lines of credit, business lines of credit and stuff. So it was truly a business line of credit
yeah, yeah.
that I got and did it with.
Like a 10% business line of credit with Chase kind of thing or Wells Fargo.
Yeah, it was Wells Fargo business line of credit. It's actually 8%. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I've been realizing too. It's like I know it's a lot of people talk about PMLs, but you can just become your own PML and save a significant headache.
Yeah.
And then you have a better interest rate.
Yeah.
It's yeah, so Jack McCall from Credit Stacking, that company's owned by New Reach as well, same as Sub 2. And so
Oh, didn't know that.
yeah, like I'm pretty sure their headquarters, it's in the same building, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, because New Reach owns Sub 2, Astro, Credit Stacking, and like a handful of others as well.
Yeah.
So I've been brainstorming a lot with Jack, like showing him more real estate stuff. He's shown me credit stacking stuff, and I really like combining it. It's a potent trio, like
Yeah. I
Pat's.
think so as well.
Yeah, awesome. So are you looking to buy? You said you just bought another one. You just closed on it.
Just closed on another sub too. Yes. Yeah, and I'm always still looking to buy. One thing I've found out, like I don't want to say I've cracked the code, but I know how to go about and get business funding
Yeah, yeah,
for things. And I also have a credit line with a hedge fund as well.
yeah.
Now they're more short term, so I would only be able to hold that for like a short term. They're like 18-month loans that they'll do it for me. But yeah, I figured out how to get some corporate funding. I do have some private people I work with, but a lot of it I've just been funding myself out of like business
Yeah,
lines.
that's what I'm leaning more towards as well. It's like you don't have someone calling you, texting you every couple days, like, "Hey, what's going on with the project?" Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah. So your buy box, what would you say it is? It's Orlando, all of Florida, or where are you looking?
Right now I'm looking in mostly Central Florida. So currently I do deals already. I already do flips, I already do wholesales and stuff. So my area that I kind of focus on is from Jacksonville because I do own some properties in Jacksonville as well that I also bought at a really, really good seller finance deal. I actually haven't gotten up there to actually do anything with them yet. So they're just kind of hanging out, but all the way up to Jacksonville. As south as like Okeechobee County and pretty much coast to coast.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same as ours right now too. I know one of our partners, he's really hesitant about Jacksonville. I know like in at least for PadSplit, like because you can look at the data, the zip codes,
Yep.
they're not all Jacksonville, but there are some that are like ultra saturated. And
Yeah,
so that, um, but yeah, man, would love to collaborate if something makes sense. We're buying in the same area, so who knows?
for sure. No, absolutely. Yeah. I got two headaches in Jacksonville. If you want to jump in on those, bro, I'm telling you, those. Here's one thing that you that I didn't know about Jacksonville at first. Jacksonville is its own animal when it comes to like some investing, and especially in some areas.
Hmm.
Like I have some properties in some rough areas, and I'm dealing because I haven't been up there to deal with them. So I deal with squatters. I get a city calling me, telling me people are in there and people have broken into the house, and it's like,
Yeah, cool. Well, can you remind me again, your Instagram handle if anyone wants to hit you up, like if they have a deal or something they want to sell
yeah,
you?
it's at Desmond Pollock official is my Instagram. Well, actually, let me make sure about that because I go on it so little that yeah, Desmond Pollock official. Yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
that's it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here, but I'm gonna send you the info for